is episode 25 of the weekly diary. Obviously this week's video is not going to be the longest, as obviously I've still not been allowed to train as much, especially on Wednesday. I did mostly just hook a phone for an hour, but today I was able to actually do stuff. And stay tuned for episode 26, as I have a game that I'm allowed to play. Just a quick video to let everyone know how I'm doing. So I've been to the physio this morning and had a little talk with them, and it's actually a lot better news than last week's. So obviously we had like a substitute kind of person to do physio, but the main person's back this week, and he actually said I could have started a bit last week, so I'm guessing that would have been like Wednesday or Friday, like obviously not Monday, as I haven't had any symptoms or anything like that for quite a while. So that's a bit annoying that I could have started last week, but yeah. So this week I've got a aerobic bike session for today, and I get to do gym as well. And then Wednesday I'm not allowed to do any contact, but I can actually join in the session, and if there is contact I do touch instead. And then Friday I can actually do contact and basically get straight back into it. I think there was a few restrictions, but I don't really remember, so because I'm gonna have another meeting with him I think Wednesday, just to have like a little word, see what's going on, like if I'm all good. He said I should be fine, and it is quite a lot what I'm doing on the bike, so that should be fun, but I'd prefer a lot more than nothing, so it is good. That also means I can play the game on this Sunday, and then also on the 11th for Oxford, so it's really good news. I've got jelly legs and I live on the top floor. This sucks. So I just finished gym, and it was Lowe's, and obviously I haven't done anything. When I say anything, I mean I haven't done anything, not even touchable, in 2 weeks, and that was just my first gym session. And for some reason I thought it'd be a good idea to go, yeah, let's carry on where I was before, or some of them a bit higher than I was before. So I started doing that. So I started doing that, and by the end I was like, my legs are not happy. Yeah, I feel fine, just a bit of dead legs now because I haven't done it in so long. Running's going to be a pain on Thursday, but I did also do bike today, which to be honest wasn't bad at all. Definitely I was in a hot room, so that wasn't fun, but it was quite good. But that gym session, probably gonna have me. Anyway, goodbye. So I'm going to be doing a quick video for this episode, and when I say quick, it's not really going to be quick. So I'm just going to try and talk basically continuous about everything I've done this week, instead of the short little quick clips, because I thought that might be easier. So starting with Monday, I still wasn't allowed to do a lot, but I actually could do more than obviously the last 2 weeks. So I did gym and ball skills. So I managed to get some hook throws in, we practiced a few different moves, and gym was Lowers, and for some reason it is now Thursday and I can still feel it. I am struggling to walk, but I think that's normal for after 2 weeks of doing absolutely nothing. So Stephanie, arms wasn't as bad. I did arms on Wednesday. That wasn't as bad. Legs definitely got me though. And then Tuesday I did have class, but it was not any morning classes. It was only later in the day, and it was not that long, because one of the teachers weren't there, so we only had one class with him, and that was focused mostly on coursework and getting like notes done, as we had a mock today, which I will talk more about in a minute. So after, obviously Tuesday was really short, we didn't really go in, and when we did it was such a short time that we could have just stayed here, to be honest. Next was Wednesday, and so I was allowed to do everything but tackling. but the training skills on Wednesday is normally high intensity, and it was focused nearly entirely on tackling, so I couldn't do a lot. So I actually asked if I could go to the post and just practice hooker throws instead, and they said yes. So while everyone was like tackling and everything like that, I was practicing hooker throws, because after a little while of not practicing, you can get a little bit rusty. And it was weird. It went perfect, rusty, perfect again. And I don't know why. I started off doing it, and I was like, hit the post, hit the post, hit the post. And then suddenly it was miss, hit the post, miss, 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 hit the post, miss, miss. And then I got back into it. So that was a little bit annoying, but I think I managed to get back into my rhythm. Obviously, I'll be doing more today just to make sure it's still better. Well, not today, tomorrow. And then I had some units that was scrums as well. So I have a game, I think it's next Wednesday, and as I'm allowed to play, finally. They've put me in, but I think I'm playing prop, and that most likely is going to be tight head, because that's the position they usually put me in. Which, obviously, still prefer hooker, but playing ace is playing ace, so I don't really mind if I'm playing prop, in all honesty. But yeah, so that's kind of how it's going, and today I had a mock exam, that's why I left it so long. It was 2.5 hours long, so obviously a long time, but they did say it normally doesn't take as long, so as soon as you finish you can go. No one did that. Well, I think one dude did that, but he hadn't actually finished all the questions. So we were allowed to bring in 4 pages of notes, basically stating whatever we want. That's what I've got here. And I think 1 page is just there, this page. So that was one of my pages of notes. And obviously you could print them, but I forgot my laptop this week, so I hand wrote it instead. But I did think that would be slightly better, because if you're writing on a laptop, you're set like a size you have to use. And obviously you can't use every bit of space on a laptop that you can a page, so I just thought that'd be much easier. Overall, I thought it went really well. I was really happy with how I did. Managed to get all the questions done, I think with like 10 minutes spare. So I looked over it a bit, and we're marking it on, I think it's I'm not sure. No, it's Thursday. So we're marking it next Thursday, because on Tuesday I've got another mock. And then when we get back from Christmas, we have the actual first year exams. So fingers crossed for those. But yeah, that's kind of been my week. And tomorrow I should be allowed to do contact. So I'll see what they say to me, and I'll see what I'm allowed to do, what I should try and avoid, and everything like that. But my actual physio is here, so instead of the substitute physio, which is better because he knows exactly what he's doing and is I want to say less concerned, but it's like in a different way. So like the substitute doesn't want to get anything wrong, but the normal physio knows everything, so it's fine. So hopefully I should be able to do it. It's not long tomorrow, as it's Friday, and so I've got gym in the morning, I've got skill session, analysis, got the hour break, and we've got, I think it's like an hour, it says rugby, so it's going to be like conditioning and stuff like that. Hopefully it's tackling, because I do kind of miss it. But yeah, so that's been my week, and I don't know how many of you are aware, but I've been doing like little crochet thingies on the side as I was bored, and over not doing anything for 2 weeks, I decided to try and learn something new. So that was my first thing I made, and then this is my newest thing I made, and I gave it a tie, because why not? Okay, so that's my week. Hope you enjoyed, and that test felt so long and my hand hurt. I'm gonna see if I can do a quick multitask. So I'm gonna be talking at you while also doing my room because I want to get home quickly. So next week I'm still playing the game. It hasn't been like denied that I'm not, so that's still really good. I ended up doing absolutely everything today, so I had no restrictions whatsoever, which obviously I love. It was mostly conditioning, but in the conditioning was also tackling drills, so I was able to do that, passing drills as well, and then we had some little like practice drills of like running around. So it was mostly stuff like that, where it was getting into the right position and then attack and defense. So that's what we focused on, and then we had like a little shoulders on game at the end, but if you didn't actually put your shoulders on, they carried on running. So that was funny to see a lot of people run through. Wasn't a fan of a lot of kicking, but obviously I'm back in, so I'm not too bothered by it. And yeah, so that was today. I'm trying to think of what we did this morning. So we did skills outside, and instead of like passing skills, it was learning like new moves in lineouts and things like that, which I thought was really good. I ended up playing both hooker and prop, and then I just kind of switched around in those two positions because I stand at the front of the lineout, so it was quite easy to get from one place to another. But yeah, so that I've literally just come back. I'm still obviously muddy. It was definitely a long but short, like it wasn't long. It didn't feel long, that's what I'm trying to say. It was supposed to be an hour, it ended up being over an hour and a half, but it didn't feel that way. It felt quite short, so that was good. We had some like fun little drills, then competitive parts, and gym in the morning, and that was my day. So woohoo, I'm able to train again.